Coach, first, just talk about today's race and how Little Rock did in the first race back.
The race was great. Really young team on both sides. We got 4 women freshmen, 5 freshmen on the men's side, and they really just improved from what we did last year as a team overall. But for me, the win today was just being out here and getting to do this. Like, my heart breaks for these guys. The last 6 months, everything they've been through. These freshmen who had kind of their senior years taken away from them, being able to get out here and just do what they love. I mean, to me, that was a victory for us.
Starting with the women, Mia Petrie, talk about your freshman. Mia finished 10th, 19:43 at her 5K time. How do you think she ran in her first collegiate race and to finish so high up compared to the
Yeah, I think she was top 10 out of the college athletes today, and Mia was she was someone who, we really got to know her the last year with the recruiting process, bringing her here, and she was someone we had high expectations for. So she finished about where we expected her to. We knew she'd come in and be our top girl, and that's kind of how it played out for us.
Going to the men, I don't have times yet. We've scored yet. Going to the men's race, Spencer Cardinal really came out, had a strong race and a really exciting finish there at the end. Touch on him, and then I don't know if you saw the finish for him or not, but if you did, touch on that.
Yeah, he had a lot left, so I don't know if you guys got a clip of that, but he had a real strong finish at the end there. Maybe held back a little too much, but being the first race, the first college race, really don't know what to expect. And overall on the men's side, having an upperclassman right there behind Spencer, and then we had a group of freshmen finish 3, 4, and 5 for us. So it was real encouraging to see the future of this team and how young we are and how they just went out and competed. One thing I told them was, let's just go out and have fun with this. I mean, this is our first race out there. There's a lot of kids in the country that don't have this opportunity, so take advantage of it, have some fun, and just leave it all out there on the course.
How challenging is it for a kid like Spencer, a true freshman, never run a college race, to judge his pace against the competition in that first race out?
Someone like Spencer, he's been doing this a long time. He comes from a real established program down in the Houston area called the Woodlands, and they push him hard down there. So he knows. He kind of comes into this almost. Doesn't really have the experience of the most freshmen. I think him and Aaron both come from that high school, and they're not your typical freshmen with the miles they've done in high school, the program they came from. So they know how to run smart. Our job as coaches, myself, Coach Webb, maybe hold them back early. They just might get a little too excited being out here. And like I said, they had their senior year taken away for track. So they're anxious to race. They're excited. So the adrenaline was pumping. So for us as coaches, it's not really trying to push them, but trying to hold them back a little to start out, and then just let them get controlled and get into their zone in the race.
And overall, how do you think they did against? I mean, UCA is a pretty good program. A-State's good against good competition. How do you think?
UCA, they're stacked. I mean, they've beaten us pretty good the last couple of years. We closed the gap on them. We're definitely closing the gap on them. A-State was top 3 in the conference last year, so we're going up against some really good programs right off the bat, and it lets us see where we're at, where we stack up against some of the better schools in the region.
Thanks.